here we go. All right, awesome. Thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. If we haven't met, my name's Holly. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up the body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga. So for the sun salutes, come towards the top of your mat. I'm going to stand back and show you in periphery. Take a moment, bring the weight into your toes, rock the weight back into your heels, and then stand up nice and tall, relax your shoulders, lift your chest. Bring your hands together at heart center and begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees and fold. Hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift, back flat, hips over heels. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop position. From here, on your next exhale, lower down halfway, try to keep your elbows over your wrists. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor, or baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, bend one knee, straighten the other, lift your heels, and then press your heels down to the floor. If down dog is not speaking to you today, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. So every plank can be a tabletop, every up dog can be a cobra, and every down dog can be a child's pose. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, stomach in, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. And if that lowering down motion did not work for you, period, go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale into your down dog or child's pose. So for a down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. So notice if all of your weight is in your wrists, try to press your weight down evenly throughout your hands, your fingers, press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, look for your thighs behind you. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one, inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, keep looking forward, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. For the last down dog, try to get heels on the floor. Keep your hands shoulder width distance, but if you'd like, take a wider step between your feet to get the heels down. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears, shoulders to ribs, hips to ceiling, head and heels to floor. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up to get the blood flowing. We will now hop into 26 into yoga. Come to the middle of your mat space, feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles under your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate. Meditate and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA. Sound head back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Breathe in through your nose. Bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up slowly. Push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, glue your ankle bones together, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs, weight stays in your heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale, suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, even as you exhale, stomach in, look back, stretch your arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change. Arms down, you can roll out your shoulders, your head. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles under your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Stretch your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, use your chin to push your knuckles down. Keep the fingers interlaced up to the webbing, palms face the floor. Exhale, head up. Now use your knuckles to push your head back. Make a fist, squeeze your palms together. Wrists straight, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Notice if you're rocking back and forth or side to side, we're starting to become a little bit more aware of our body. Exhale, head up. So just relax your head back. No backward bending, no leaning back. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, bring your elbows out to the side, up to the ceiling. Chin down, look straight ahead. Exhale, head up, sweep your arms out to the side and forward to the wall in front of you. Look back, arms touch. Inhale, head down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Completely empty your lungs. Exhale a little bit more than you think you can. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Let anything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let it go. Be here now. Elbows touch. Good. Change. Arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock your fingers. Release your index fingers. Cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip up to the wrist. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. So throughout the posture, see if you can keep your hands together. Really use your grip strength. Good. Come to stop in the middle. Half moon pose. Bring the weight into your heels. Press your hips a little forward. Squeeze your palms together. Upper body back. Touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing. Stretch up out of your waist. Try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing. Absolutely straight lines. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels, contract your thighs, your glutes, lock your legs, and push your hips a little forward. Hips and pelvis open to the front wall. Upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward, 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back. Imagine you're leaning your whole body against a wall behind you, even your head. Stretch up tall and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Another way to say that is, could you lean your whole body against a wall in front of you, right? So notice if you're like sticking your butt out or leaning forward, or like pushing your hips forward and leaning back. Try to stack everything on top of the other. So wrists on top of shoulders, shoulders on top of hips, hips on top of ankles, weight in the heels. Lengthen your arms, relax your jaw, continue to breathe through your nose. Right hip a little forward, hips facing forward, left shoulder a little forward, chest nice and open. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. This is the only posture I can't show and tell, so I'll show you and then I'll tell you. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open. Relax your head all the way back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you, eyes open. Squeeze your back, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching, keep the weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, arms with your ears back flat, hands to floor, relax your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come on up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, very nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, toes, heels touch. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, maybe switch the grip, other thumb on top. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, biceps with ears, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left. Throughout class, make your number one priority your breath. If you ever notice that you're gritting your teeth or holding your breath, you might have gone a little bit too far. Class at times will be challenging, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point where we might do harm to ourselves or to somebody else. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, biceps with your ears, push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line, right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, 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 change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, your mind is wandering, make it 75 minutes just for you. Good for you for coming to class today. Yes, push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming towards the sun, come down, push. Squeeze your palms, come down, push. Keep the weight in your heels, come down, push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, drop your head back, squeeze your tush, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Imagine you're draping your whole spine over a big beach ball, right? So whole spine backward, bending lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then bring your arms back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, go down, flat back, biceps with ears, knees together, hands to floor, relax your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. So when our hips are tight, notice if all of the weight shifts to the outside of the feet and the knees come apart. You want to try to keep the knees together so that the hips point forward rather than opening. Padastasana, bend your knees together. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. So notice if the knees are coming apart, happens to me too. Spiral inner thighs back, push big toes down. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come on up, arms with ears, knees can bend, try to keep a flat back. Very nice, arms down. And you let that one go. Awkward Utkatasana. Step your right foot to the right 6 inches, hip width distance. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Arms up parallel to the floor. Sorry, maybe not. Arms up parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight. Nothing loose or hanging. Sorry, suck your stomach in. Bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Notice if your knees are coming in or out. Again, that's the hips trying to rotate. Keep your hips square, so knees and toes pointing forward. Sit down 1 more inch and lift up. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Fingertips active, shoulders soft. Spread your toes wide, concentrate, meditate. Don't even blink your eyes. Lift your heels all the way up. So we're starting to play around with balance now. Stretch up tall first, bend your knees, sit down. So keep that steadfast focus straight ahead. Eyes on the prize is you. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, re-engage your fingertips, and change. Slowly come up, knees together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, fingers in line with your collarbones, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit down. So you can stick your butt out in the first part, right? You can stick your butt out and fold forward to get the thighs parallel to the floor, and from here start to lift up. Roll the shoulders back and down, relax your jaw, lean back, chin up, chest up, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, lower stomach in, spread your toes wide, come up all the way on your tippy toes. Lift your heels, stretch up, and sit down. Point your knees in the same direction as your big toes. Heels a little higher, like stiletto heels, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down like you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Slower you do, better you do. Stop when you're a 1/2 inch off your heels, lift your chest, soften your shoulders, focus straight ahead, change, slowly come up, stomach in, lean back, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right elbow under left elbow, cross first at the elbows. Again, if you can at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your face. You can also interlock fingers or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair, stay down there and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down a little bit lower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, left side. Swing your left arm, zoom, under your right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, sit down first, one step at a time. Try to keep your hips low, knees bent, and bring left leg over right leg, left over right, cross twist, and eventually see if you can wrap your left foot behind your right calf. On this side, bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. Shift the weight back into your heel, and just like in chair pose, awkward pose, sit down, like stick your butt out a little bit, fold forward a little bit, and then lean back, chin up, chest up. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, second set. Bring right arm under left arm, right bicep under left tricep. Pull elbows down, one day fingers below the nose. Bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring right leg over left leg. Think right hamstring over left quadricep. Cross twist and breathe. Push your left hip a little forward, two hips in line. Right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Sit down like you're sitting down into a chair. Maximum weight in your heel, lift your chin up, chest up. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, here we go. Left arm, zoom, under right arm, pull elbows down, sit down, stay down there, and bring left leg, zoom, over right leg, cross twist, and breathe through your nose. So we're transitioning into the balancing part of class. Sometimes when we balance, we get really serious or we forget to breathe. Make sure you're breathing, make sure you're having fun, sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. My camera's out of focus. Cool. Okay, let's keep going. I'm so glad you guys are here. I thought like maybe nobody would come because everybody was like, I don't know, drinking champagne or like doing whatever. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, let's continue. Standing, head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Shirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, stomach in. Option to stay right here, or when you're ready, start to round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, even your thumbs crossed under your foot. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. When you're ready, inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your back. Standing leg locked. If both legs lock, from the side legs make an L, like Linda. Bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. Bring your chest and shoulders down more, so one day elbows go below your calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg. I'll show you from the side. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left leg up. Point your toes. Flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back to your face to stretch the Achilles. Option to stay right here with your stomach in, or when you're ready, keep your abdominal wall engaged, round down, and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Nice, tight grip. You're welcome to start with your knee and chest higher, your knee and thigh higher into your chest so you don't round down so much. From here, when you're ready, you're just gonna start to kick. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. If your standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started, think about lifting your hips up so your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe. If both legs lock, from the side legs make an L, like Linda, puff up your chest, and then bend elbows down. Elbows touch calf muscles, shoulders down, chest down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Good, change. Slowly reverse out. You put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, relax your jaw, stomach in, round down, pick up your foot, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. The third part, we get to practice one of the limbs of yoga called pratyahara, or cessation of the senses. You're gonna tuck your chin to your chest, so you're shifting your focus, going inward, whoop, and eventually you're gonna touch your forehead to your knee. Hold wherever you are for 3, 2, 1. Good, change, slowly reverse out. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down. So eventually when the forehead and knee touch, I call it like a secret garden in your mind, right? It's a place that you go to balance that well. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. So bringing the chin to the chest and the forehead and the knee is an opportunity to shift mental states into a concentrated, meditated state. Pratyahara, cessation of the senses, forehead to knee, going inward, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out, step by step. Good for you. That was a forward curl. Next we do a back bend. Standing bow pulling pose. Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together. Bring your right hand up. Elbow touches the body. Palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right and give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Woo! Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Bring your left arm up. Right hip forward. Knees together to start. Lock your left leg. Point your right toes. Take a breath. Stretch up. And slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous. 50-50, the harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kick really hard. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Other side, bring your left hand up, out to the left, like you've got a little mitten in your hand. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot. At the ankle bone, thumb with the index finger. I know it's tempting to have your thumb on the sole of your foot, but that's too easy. Thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, knees together to start. Squeeze your right thigh, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly swipe your right arm along the profile of your face. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. So at first you're just finding a place where you can keep your chin and chest lifted, stretch your shoulders apart, and breathe through your nose. When you're ready, try to keep the chest lifted, but slowly bring the belly down to parallel. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line, kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line, touch shoulder and chin together. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, thumb with index finger. Bring your left arm up, right hip forward. Start with your knees and hips in line. Squeeze your left thigh, point your right toes, stretch up more, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. The slower you do, the better you do. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your left hand faces the floor. Get your left arm exactly parallel to the floor. Slide the left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, right hip down a little bit. That's the hard one. Left hip back. Belly down, chin up, chest up. Try to touch your big toe to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Change. Very nice. Slowly come up. Everybody looks so good. Last one. Left hand up, out to the left, reach back. Pick up the inside of your left foot. Right arm up, left hip forward. Evenly distribute your body weight on your standing foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Try to press your chest forward, fingertips forward, big toe to the ceiling. Contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh. Relax your jaw, get a deep back bend. Body down, leg up, chin up, chest up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Whew. Kick yourself up. Come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. 10 seconds. Feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Keep that grip that you practiced in Half Moon. You practiced it for a reason. Palms together, up to the wrists. Lean back. Step your right foot forward. Shift your weight to your right foot. Lift your left foot off the floor, stretch up, and tilt without letting your arms and ears separate. So palms together, wrists straight, arms with your ears. Body down more, leg up more, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, stretch up first, point your right toes, and tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything one day parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Chest down, chin forward, heel up, stretch. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down, hold still, take a breath. Hardest part, holding still. Okay, second set, I'll show you from the side. Feet together, arms overhead, palms together. Switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, opposite thumb, pinky finger on top. Imagine there's a board strapped to your back. Lean back first, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, stomach in, and tilt. So when you feel your spine or knees start to bend, stop there. Puff up your chin and chest, and then hinge at your hips like a seesaw. One day body parallel to the floor, but it's better to keep a nice flat back and your biceps with your ears as you stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, stretch, and chill. Charge your body forward. Try to touch something in front of you. Shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body, chest down, chin forward, arms up, leg up, stretch. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. We will continue by balancing on 2 separate legs here. You're welcome to come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat so that both sides of your feet stay on your surface. I will continue to face you. Standing separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikathapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Look forward all the way down. Good. Grab your heels from behind. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. If you can't grab your heels yet, try and grab the outsides of your feet, your pinky toes, or you can start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. Find your edge. If your knees are bending, lift your hips up. Push your knees back, lift your kneecaps up, lock your legs, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time, come up with a flat back. Nice. Step your right foot back to the place, arms over your head and arms down. Good, so it's no coincidence, right? When we do balancing stick, we are in a flat back. And then when we do stretching, we also have a flat back. Those postures come back to back, pun intended, very much on purpose. We're in a straight spine part of class. Second set, I'll show you from the side, arms up. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 5 feet, longer legs, take a bigger step, longer torso, maybe shorter step. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward like you're closing a hardback book, not a paperback book, right? So hinge at your hips, legs locked, back flat. So notice if the knees are bending and the spine is rounding, shoulders tensing towards the ears. Look forward, lift your shoulders, bend your elbows back, push your chest forward, roll forward, lift your hips up, lock your legs, touch your forehead to the floor. If your forehead's not yet touching the floor, take a bigger step and roll forward. Everybody hips up, knees back, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up with a flat back. Very nice. Step your right foot back, arms over your head and arms down. Now the next posture is a continuation of this flat back sequence, but rather than like just doing a flat back, you're gonna twist your spine. Triangle Trikonasana. So the back is still stretching, but it's also twisting. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips a little forward and lean back like you're leaning your whole body against a wall behind you. Turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg and lunge. And the goal here is to get your right thigh parallel to the floor with your knee over the ankle. You might need a slightly bigger step. Bend your right knee, sit as low as you can, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms. Right elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, profile of your face visible to the front of your mat. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, and then lift your right side body off of your right thigh. Turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture at the end of class. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, get your 2 heels in line, not crisscross. Okay, bend your left leg and lunge. And to sit down, you can rotate your right hip forward, but keep the spine nice and long. Sit as low as you can, lean back, spine straight in the middle, and just move your arms. So the spine is twisting, but it's not collapsing, right? Notice if the elbow is going below the knee, if you feel like a rounding on the right side of your body, really lift up, stretch the crown of your head up to where the ceiling and wall meet. So you want a long diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. Look up, keep stretching up. So bend your left leg, sit your hips down more, and then lift your chest up, stretch your spine more, turn, twist, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. So for my flexi folks in that posture, one of our challenges is to like not stick the butt out and do a back bend, right? I do that too. You want to push the hips forward, so eventually the back is flat. I'll actually show you from the side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Push your hips forward, upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg, lunge. Now see how my butt's sticking out, right? You wanna push the hips forward, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and now move your arms 6 and 12 o'clock. So at first our butt sticks out and we fold forward a lot. Eventually you're gonna tuck your tailbone under and lean back. You have to use a lot of lower abdominal strength to do that. Pull your stomach in, bend your right knee, drop your left thigh down, sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, get your heels in line, bend your left leg and lunge. So again, the right hip can come forward if it helps you sit down, but try to keep the chest open. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Just the elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, look up, stretch up. Use your triceps here, get a nice stretch on your chest. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, stretch your left arm down, reach your right arm up, sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and float your arms down. Take a breath. Okay, now we are going to round our spine, right? We did a bunch of stretching postures in a row, and now we're ready to open the back and compress the front. Standing separate leg, head to knee pose. Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Janu Shirasana. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, only thumbs cross. Exhale, step your right foot to the right 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back toes in. Push your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine. If your back is bothering you today, or you have a history of slip discs, this is a posture to be cautious of. Doesn't mean you have to skip it, it just means take note, right? Eventually, you are going to round your spine so much that your forehead and knee touch. To do so, you can take a bigger step. You can bend your front leg. I always have to bend my front leg. Tuck the chin to the chest. Eventually, forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body, right? This posture is really good for compressing the front of the back, the front of the body, but it can be a little intense on the back. So take it easy if this posture bothers your spine. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop to the top. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line, 2 shoulders in line, 2 heels in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. This is one of those postures, I think when we're in a heated room and the back is much more round up, it has its advantages, but one of the disadvantages is like we can get a little sloppy, right? When you're not in a heated room, this is a posture you really want to pay attention to alignment. So notice if one hip is way higher than the other and the spine is rounding or twisting in a weird way, bring maximum weight to your front foot. Lift your left hip up and press your right hip forward so your 2 hips are in line. That way both sides of your back round equally the same and the front of your body compresses evenly. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs first. Walk your hands back together, wrists straight, palms together, hands flat, change. Slowly uncurl, arms with your ears, chin to chest, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, at least 3 feet, maybe 4 feet. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, and then push your hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly go down. Chin to chest from the get-go, stomach in the whole time. Balance challenge, try to keep your hands together in prayer. Fingers beyond big and second toe. Remember, you can bend your front leg, touch knee and head together, front side compression, throat choke, jaw relaxed, eyes open, breathing normal. Bring maximum weight to your front leg, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, arms with your ears, change. Slowly uncurl as if you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest. Arms with your ears, head up last. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. I'm gonna show you from the front. Make sure your heels are in line, but they're not crisscross, right? That'll be really hard to balance. Turn your back toes in, and then you can move your right hip forward until your hips and armpits are square with your mat. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly go down. The slower you do, the better you do. That's where you build the strength, balance, and also the mental patience and control, right? Fingers be on the big and second toe. Bend your front leg. So yoga is about the mind-body connection. It's just about as much about your mind as it is about your body. So notice if your mind is disassociating from your body, if it's elsewhere, be here now. Tuck your chin to your chest. Put your exactly forehead on your knee. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, Tadasana. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Hold onto your foot from underneath the foot with your left hand or both hands. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your knees. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up. Elbows down, chest up, take a breath. Good, change, lower your right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg and lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Heel to groin, let your left knee drop into a half lotus shape. If you ever wanna like sit in lotus pose, this is a really great standing variation that you can do a half lotus, and then eventually, right, if you were sitting, you just flop this foot on top of the other and you're in lotus pose. Left hand up, and if you can balance right hand, on this side my foot falls, so I'm gonna hold on to my foot the whole time. Change, left leg down. You're welcome to do a second set of tree pose, which we just did, or you can try another fun posture called toe stand. For toe stand, look to the floor 4 feet in front of you. Even if you're not gonna sit down today, just looking to the floor tells your body through your eyes where you want it to go one day. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. And the cool thing about vision is like 90% of it is peripheral, which means you can look at one spot on the floor for balance, concentration, meditation, and still be aware of everything around you, right? Lock your left leg, stomach in, fold forward. At first looking forward, maybe one day dangling forward, eventually hands to floor. You can stay right here or walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, keep leaning forward as you bend your knee and sit. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, make sure you're having fun. Point your right toes, drop your right knee down, keep your 2 knees in line. 2 knees in line, left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up. You're welcome to come up on 2 feet, or once your standing leg is straight, press your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change, right leg down. Now you're welcome to build the second set, the other side just like that. Pick up your left foot and fold forward. If you never practice this posture because the folding forward part doesn't work for your body, I will show you a fun way to get to it from the floor. So you're welcome to join me here in tabletop position with your toes tucked under. Once you're in tabletop with your toes tucked under, you're just gonna walk 1 foot forward until your foot, ankle, shin is on top of your thigh, and then you're gonna walk back and you're in toe stand, right? Pretty cool. I'll show you from the front as well. You go from tabletop with toes tucked under to putting 1 foot on top. You walk back and you're in toe stand, right? So you can always build it from the floor if building it from standing is too much today. When you're ready, you can either come up on 2 feet or put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change. Left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five. Fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. Wonderful. Okay. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, Savasana. Savasana is a gas station, maybe a Tesla charging station. Let it fill you up.
So, you know, sometimes when we like move our body, when we expend energy, we're really tired afterwards. But my hope for you with yoga is actually that the more you move your body, the more energy you build, right? So notice if you're really like sleepy right now, feel your heart beating, right? Through our movement, sometimes we actually build energy rather than taking it away. So we use a little bit of energy to gain a little bit of energy. How cool is that? Pavanamuktasana, when you're moving pose, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, nice tight grip, grab your right shin just below the knee. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body and hold still. Good, change. Holding still is the hardest part. Right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. And it's fleeting, right? Maybe you hold still just for one breath. Try to keep your right shoulder down, right glute down, right leg down on the floor. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good. Release, change, arms down and eyes open. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. So most of us have a more dominant side, even like a dominant grip. Of course, like most of us, you know, like you're right or left-handed, that's an obvious version, but you might also notice like your grip in one interlaced direction feels more normal, or like balancing on one leg is easier than the other. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. And when you notice these incongruencies, I encourage you to like work on them, right? That's why we switch the grip in the second set, but also be okay with the fact that like, you know, one leg might always be a little bit easier to balance on. You might know why, like a surgery, or it might just be that's the way it is and that's okay. Change, left leg down, but we're still striving, right? Both legs up, bend your legs, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top if you remember, all 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, head on the floor, stretch the crown of your head towards the top of your mat and tuck your chin in a little bit, head and neck on the floor, puff your chest up a little bit, shoulders on the floor, stomach in a little bit, middle spine on the floor, squeeze your knees together, push shins into forearms, hips on the floor, change, arms down, eyes open, breathe. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back today, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Okay. Turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% spine strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor, the rest of your chest is in the air. Beautiful, elbows stay bent and make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail, keep your feet together, toes, heels, knees touch. Lock your legs, push your feet down, squeeze your butt, push your hips down. Hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, chin forward, hands flat on the floor, feet together. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, push your feet down, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So notice if the knees are rotating out or in, eventually you want the soles of your feet flat to the ceiling. I know that's like kind of a mind-blowing thing to think about. So one day big toes and pinky toes will be on the floor with your heels together. So the hips aren't opening in or out, right? You want to zip up the legs, press feet, hips, and hands down, lift your chest. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. So depending on like how your hips naturally kind of rotate in or out, you might find in these feet together postures that either your knees are coming apart and your feet are touching, or your knees are touching but your feet are coming apart, and eventually you're going to have feet and knees together so the hips are in line. And depending on like the length, like the size of your pelvis, right, like that bone might feel a little bit different for everybody, but just notice if the knees are like way coming apart, knees are bending, that's the hips trying to like get out of some work. Okay, Locust Shalabhasana, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Spread your fingers wide and bring your arms underneath you as best you can. Right, left, right, left. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So this is a great way to practice hip alignment. You want to keep your hip and forearm touching so the sole of your foot is flat to the ceiling. Change, right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So notice if your hip is lifting up or your foot's coming to the right of your head, you want to drop your left hip down and spiral your inner left thigh up. This is also good practice for the hips and balancing stick. Change. Left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, mouth on your mat, nice long neutral neck here. Spread your fingers wide, keep your hips and forearms in contact, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. So notice if the knees are coming apart, right? You want to keep knees, feet together. It's so hard. Squeeze your butt, roll forward, press the shoulders down, triceps tight, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the right and take a good deep breath. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you. One day pinky fingers touch. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. Press the shoulders down, micro bend your elbows, triceps tight. Stretch the big toe to the back wall, lock your right leg. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up for 10, 9, 8, push your fingers down, 7, 6, not your wrists, 5, 4, 3, hold, 2, 1. Change, left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin in, mouth on your mat, and bring your arms a little closer, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, come up, everybody come up. So maybe for 1 minute, try separating the feet, see if you can lift up higher, and then bring your feet back together. Lock your legs, roll forward, press shoulders down, hold for 3, 2, 1. Change, lower down, arms out, look to the left, and let that one go. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift, arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor, so good. 747, taking off, nice Margaret, just your hip bones on the floor, rest of your body's in the air, look up to the ceiling, where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your arms perpendicular to your body, not too far in or too far forward, fingers in line with the shoulders, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, take a breath. Second set, chin forward, arms out, feet together, zip up your legs like a zipper, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So you're not dropping your head down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back, right? Stretch the arms apart. This is a really great way to open the chest and stretch across the heart meridian in Chinese medicine. Knees, feet together, lock your legs, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left. So like in our kind of concept of medicine and like Western medicine, we believe that like the brain is kind of like the control center for the body, right? Like the brain controls everything. One thing I really like from the perspective of Chinese medicine is the heart is the control center, right? So when you have the arms out to the side in triangle, in full locust, stuff like that, you're honoring that like maybe the heart is actually the control center rather than the brain. Dhanurasana, floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with the index fingers, squeeze your butt, Point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Notice if your knees are way wider than your hips. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change. Slowly lower down, look to the right, left ear on your mat. So, often we're raised to believe, or we want to believe, that we are like thinking beings that occasionally feel, but more and more research shows we are feeling beings that occasionally think, right? So just notice yoga is a really good way to foster the mind-body connection, and to kind of honor that it's a partnership, right? The mind doesn't have to be the control center at all times. Through yoga, through moving the body consciously, when we're fully in the moment, when we're aware of what you're doing with your body, can actually start to work through those feelings rather than kind of circumventing or going around or ignoring them, right? Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking. So yoga, meditation, breath work, stuff like that, they're all shown to like help reduce stress and also burnout, stuff like that, right? So it's a good way to work through things rather than around them or just ignoring things in the life, just by getting in contact with what you're doing right now. So notice what you're doing. You're pointing your toes, you're kicking into your hands, continuously keep kicking. You're bringing knees in, feet out, shoulders together, chest apart, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change. Slowly lower down, look to the left, and again, just notice what you're doing. Your toes are together, your heels are apart, palms face the ceiling, and you're breathing in and out through your nose. Bring your chin forward, hands to the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat for fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. I'm going to show you the first set from the side. Start in tabletop, open your knees, open your feet. Option to stay here, or as you're ready, you're going to walk your hands back and slowly over time sink your hips down. You're welcome to keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. Eventually, you're going to sit down between your heels, toes pointing back. If you can sit between your heels, butt on the floor, knees on the floor, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, Pada Blast, turn around, Shavasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal, yada, yada, yada. Take a slow inhale, slow exhale, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat, second set, open your knees, open your feet. You can stay in tabletop or slowly walk your hands back. If first set was difficult, try opening your knees wider. You can also place your hands on your calves and roll your calf muscles out. Sometimes for folks with big calves, you just want to roll out those muscles. If you can sit down between your heels, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows. If that's all easy, walk your knees back together or lift your chest higher, but knees never, ever, ever come off the floor. Change, hands to feet, push yourself up like you're doing the limbo. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Breathing in. And letting it all go through the exhale breath. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay. Come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. If sitting on your feet does not feel good, you can always start by standing on your knees. Arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down with a flat back. Hinge at your hips, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, squeeze your palms together in prayer. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down. Try to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of your pinky fingers touch the floor. Rest of your arms are in the air. One more time, reach your arms forward. Sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. You can put your hands on the floor and push up or come up whole hog, arms with your ears, good, arms down. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. You are always welcome to skip sit-ups by rolling off to the side. If after class you're back, you find after yoga classes like back hurts, and not in the like, ooh, I worked out, my muscles hurt, but in the like, ouch, ouch way, the first thing to skip is the sit-ups, right? You just roll off to the side. If after a couple classes skipping the sit-ups is not working, then kind of look at all the other rounded spine postures. Those are the things that you want to take out first if your back is ever hurting. And I say this a lot because I swear to God, no matter how many times I say it, I always have somebody who's like, my back hurts. And I'm like, skip the sit-ups. And they're like, oh, right. So skip the sit-ups if your back hurts. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. That and I cry in camel pose. Is there something wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with you. Come to the back of your mat and towel. Half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Can you touch your forehead to the floor before your little fingers? Take some practice. Try squeezing your feet together for control. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good, change, come on up, arms with your ears, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Be here with your body. Be here with your mind, present in this room. Here we go, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Okay, come to the top of your mat. I'm going to show you from the side, camel, Ustrasana, or deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands at your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. This might be enough for today. You're already opening the front of your body just by standing on your knees. When you're ready, you're going to look up towards the ceiling, lift your nose, lift your chin, and if that feels okay, let your head drop all the way back. Option to stay here, or with your hands on your back, go back halfway and freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Good, change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. So, whenever I start talking to somebody about like this style of yoga and they find out like they've never done it before and they find out like it's the same postures every time, one of the first questions to come up is always like, don't you get bored? And I'm like, well, some people do, sure, but personally I don't, because even though the postures don't change, I'm changing, right? Every single time. And in fact, because the postures don't change, I am more aware of how I am changing in relationship to them. And that's my hope for you too. So in fact, it's not boring because it was never about the yoga, right? It's always about you. I like years ago ended a bad relationship and thought, oh my God, I'm gonna like cry through camel pose. It's gonna be awful. And instead I had like the best camel of that year, right? Because I'd let go of like some baggage that I didn't need anymore. It's always interesting, right? When we do these postures, especially ones that maybe like bring out tension or emotion or whatever it is. It's such an interesting control group to have the yoga stay the same so that you can see how you change. And hopefully that's why it doesn't get boring, right? Because the yoga revolves around you, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So you might notice that today's class feels a little bit energetically different in the body than yesterday's class. You might know why, or you might not know why. It's just something to notice or to be curious about. Second set, you can open your knees a little wider. If your knees bother you in this posture, you can roll up your mat a little bit so there's extra padding under your knees. Put your hands on your back. Maybe bring elbows close together, opening through the front a little bit more. And when you're ready, drop your head back. One day go back halfway. Eventually, or in the future, grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. And if there's anything you want to let go of in the back bend, this is an invitation. Let it go through the back bend, through your exhale breath. Good. Change. Put your hands on your back. Push yourself up. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Savasana. I was listening to a talk once with this woman who had lost her son to addiction. Her son had died of an overdose, and she said something, about never giving up hope, right? But what she said specifically was every inhale breath is a chance for a new beginning. And every exhale breath is a chance to kind of end something that no longer works for you. And she was saying that as something to tell people going through addiction themselves, right? Every breath is a new opportunity. And even though that talk was very specific about addiction and heartache, right? And losing a child, I was like, wow, this is about yoga, right? Anything that's not serving you, every new inhale breath is a chance at a fresh start, right? It's a really powerful thing when we focus on our breath because we just get a little bit of a chance to start anew. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat for Rabbit Sasangasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Round your spine like a bunny. Forehead to knees. Automatically top with head to floor. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Eventually, hips over knees, just like camel pose. Squeeze your heels together. Press your hips forward. Lift your shoulders up. Suck your stomach in. Round your spine. Good. Change. Hips down. Slowly uncurl. Vertebra by vertebra. Disc by disc. Very nice. Head up last. Turn around. Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest. Sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat. Second set, rabbit. Let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest. Stomach in. Forehead to knees. Top of head to floor. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. Press your hips forward. Make sure just about 30% body weight in the head and neck. Make sure you're not crunching into your neck. So shoulders up, shoulders apart, heels together, hips forward, round your spine. Good. Change. Hips down. Slowly uncurl. Good. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Shavasana. Almost to the end. Everybody's doing great. We're going to do 2 quick sets of head to knee with stretching, but it'll go fast. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest. Sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Janu Shavasana, head to knee pose. Right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Bend your right leg. Interlock your 10 fingers under the ball of your foot. Touch your forehead and knee together. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Touch your knee and head together. This is the last of the Janu Shavasana head to knee postures. And you can bend your left leg, touch knee and head together. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching. I'm going to show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your buns back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Keep scooting. Eventually legs are straight. One day legs are locked. Puff up your chest and start to fold forward. Stick your butt out a little bit, stomach to thighs, pull. Chest to knees, stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good, change. Come on up, turn around, Shavasana. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set, segundo base, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L, so make sure your hips are square, they're not super wide apart. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Maybe switch the grip, whoa, other thumb, pinky finger on top, webbing to webbing grip. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg, elbows down. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll in to the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down, forehead to knee, elbows to floor. Notice if you're rolling to the left, press your right hip down, right knee down, right shoulder down, right elbow down. So two sides of your back round equally the same. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, lay down and sit up. Don't get stuck down there. We've all gotten stuck down there. Paschimottanasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes, scoot your buns back. Hey, this is really good practice for the hips. Notice if the knees come apart and the toes turn in, bring your knees together, flex your pinky toes back, right? Lock your legs. So eventually toes, heels, knees touch. Whoo, can feel it in the hips, right? Stretch up and fold forward. Notice if the shoulders are rounding and the chest is concaving, shoulders back, chest forward, toes, heels touch so hard, pull, stretch, keep coming down, flat back. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Shavasana. Whew, keeping the toes and heels together is so hard. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. When I do it facing you, I cannot cheat. Okay, not Padangusthasana, that would be crazy. We're gonna do Ardha Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fish pose, final spinal twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner, right hand close behind you, thumb pointing towards your butt, fingers pointing to the wall behind you. Lift your left arm up and over your right knee. Grab your left knee with your left hand. One day you're gonna rotate the wrist to point forward, same direction as the right big toe. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. Point your left toes, keep your left knee on the floor, right foot on the floor. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. If you can balance here, take your right hand off the floor, wrap it behind you for a half bind. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg on floor, touch left heel to right knee corner. You can also keep your right leg straight out in front of you. So left hand close behind you, thumb pointing towards you, fingers pointing to the wall behind you. Right arm up and over left knee, grab right knee with right hand. One day, hand, heel, and knee touch. Look down. If you're sitting on your right foot, slide it out of the way, roll to the left. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder twist. You can keep your hand behind you or wrap it around for the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder, twist and twist and twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Final breathing. Legs together, arms over your head. Flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, okie dokie. Come to the middle of your mat space, Kapalabhati breathing, final breathing. Eventually you will sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet today, don't do it. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. If you haven't tried sitting on your feet in a while, maybe try today. Arms straight, spine straight, shoulders down. You're going to exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, pull your belly in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs will automatically take in air. So the exhale is quite audible. Inhale is very subtle. You barely notice it's happening. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down, chest up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around. Final Savasana. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs, and take a deep, life-giving breath. Every new inhale is an opportunity to start anew, to start fresh. Every exhale is an invitation to let go of what no longer serves you. Maybe it never did, but it's never too late. You know, Bikram, for all of his flaws, one of my favorite quotes of his, it's never too late, you're never too old, you're never too sick to start over once again. Okay, this is your life. You get to reclaim it just by focusing inward, just for like 60 minutes, 75 minutes, 90 minutes, right? It's not that much time. Just a little bit of time goes a long way. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. You are so very alive. And you are so very loved.